Yo guys, Ghost here. Hope you're getting excited for the Battlefield 2042 beta. I certainly am, so much so that I spent the better part of an hour dissecting the beta release trailer. I'm sure you guys will agree with me, it looks much better than the previous alpha footage we've seen from the specialist videos and of course the leak stuff that you may or may not have seen floating around the internet, and I noticed some interesting details and differences going from the alpha build to the beta build that we saw in the trailer here, and I wanted to share some of those things that I found with you guys. Now, I won't cover the obvious stuff like the kill confirmation changes since I'm almost certain everybody noticed that. So to kick things off here, on the opening scene here, this passenger in the Nightbird is playing one of the unannounced specialists, Navin Rao. The player's name is Undead Pathfinder, and you can see he has Rao's portrait there, and he has Rao's specialist gadget equipped. We don't yet know what this does, but according to data miner Temporal, the gadget's internal name is Signal Hacker, and it seems to be capable of hacking enemy soldiers and vehicles. Now, when this Su-57 destroys the enemy F-35, we see some interesting things in regards to XP. So now it seems that you get 50 points for a kill and 50 for a vehicle destroyed, down from the usual 100. You'll also notice the 10 XP rewarded for part destroyed, so just like in BF5, the vehicles have modules that can be destroyed and rendered useless, and it looks like you actually get points for that as well. He also gets another 15 XP for defending a territory, even though he's not a soldier on the ground, like standing on the objective. So that's really nice to see DICE pushing a little bit more to make vehicles feel more included in objective play and encouraging them to take out vehicles on flags instead of just random areas of the map. In the next scene here, we have somebody playing as Falk, and she's actually using a weapon we haven't seen before, 2042's version of the Scar H, equipped with a 40mm grenade launcher. And then the specialist furthest to the left here is another unannounced one, the Korean Ji-Soo-Paik, and she's holding what looks very much like a PP-19 Bizon. We haven't heard of this weapon being in the game yet, but Temporal has found it in the files, so I'm pretty confident that's what it is. Next, we get a bit of tank-on-tank action, and check this out. When this guy destroys the enemy tank, the turret gets completely blown off here, and I've also seen rings of fire around the turret in the technical test to kind of signify that it's taken heavy damage, so pretty sure that's one of these modules that you can destroy. Also, the kill confirmation marker here on screen is much more prominent than what we saw in the last trailer, so they've obviously been working to improve readability. Okay, here is a great example of some of the new effects in the game. You've got a bunch of aircraft flying overhead, and just look at how the trees react. It just makes things so much more immersive and cool. And while I've got you guys looking at this, take note of the B objective, that building in the background there. Well, here we see what's on top of it, and there's a helipad with an unmanned attack heli just sitting there. So it certainly looks like whoever controls that objective will be getting an extra helicopter for their team. I know that will maybe annoy some people who've played BF4 and don't like these spawns on random flags. Maybe it will make others happy. Right here, of course, there's a new hand icon to signify that you scored an assist. You guys have probably noticed that, but did you also notice that you now get 50 XP for an assist? So you're getting the exact same amount of XP for an assist as for a kill or destroying a vehicle. So it looks like DICE are definitely trying to incentivize people to play with your team as a squad and overall objectively. You'll also notice that the guy who was just killed and the soldier in the background both have these red outlines around them, and that is almost certainly Boris's sentry gun spotting targets for him. I suppose the real question is, can you see this red outline through walls? So this is the sea flag they're fighting over here, the cryogenic plant, and as you can see, these large tanks can be blown up for some nice destruction. Here we see another new specialist, previously referred to as Delta, or his real name Espinosa, and now called Dozer. I can't help but think of the Matrix when I hear that name, poor old Dozer. You can also see he has his riot shield equipped there in the hood. Now, in the final seconds here, with the tornado ripping its way through the map, firstly, let's just appreciate how cool those flares look being spiraled outwards by the tornado. And then here we can actually see a couple of flying hovercraft, vehicles that I have not spotted on Orbital until now. I never once noticed Hovercraft in the technical alpha test, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe I just missed them, or perhaps they were disabled or something. And then for just a split second, we get our first view of somebody playing as the Korean specialist Ji-Soo-Paik. We don't know what her gadget is for sure, but once again, Temporeal data mined this, and he reckons it's an augmented reality scanner, and you can see by the icon here that it most likely represents her headband, and the diamond is the scanner on the front that she can most likely flip up or down. What it does exactly though is currently unknown, but if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say it had something to do with tracking or spotting the enemy. And that's it guys, those are the things I spotted in the new trailer, but I'm sure I didn't get everything, so if you guys noticed something interesting that I didn't see, please chime in down below and leave it in the comments. I will be streaming and playing the Battlefield 2042 beta as much as I can once it opens up for early access, so if you guys want to swing by and play with me or have a little chat, then pop by our live stream at twitch.tv/ghostgaminggg and I will see you there. Thank you for watching guys, leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more Battlefield, and I'll see you in the next video.